It is almost relay time, and I don't know if I'm more excited about doing the relay or if I'm most excited that I don't really have a lot of gear that I have to deal with.
The amount of gear that I have to deal with is probably more than the swimmer and runner combined.
When you're the runner on the relay team, packing, really easy.
Bike, helmet, cycling shoes, custom Jackaroo Sonic Elite kit, Garmin Edge 530, wheel sets, heart rate monitor, nutrition, torpedo bottle, running shoes.
Seriously, being the swimmer has quite a few perks. First of all, it is the shortest leg of the relay, and second of all, I don't have to worry about all the logistics of gear that our cyclist, aka Caitlin, has to deal with. For me, it's pretty straightforward, simple, and to the point, almost like the swim that I'm gonna do. One of the decisions I had to make is, would I wear a swimsuit or would I wear a tri-suit? Well, since the race will probably be not wetsuit legal, which is actually a good thing for me, I will be opting for a swim skin. Not just any swim skin, I will be wearing the Sailfish Rebel Pro Plus One swim skin. And I tell you what, this thing is hydrodynamic, it is fast, and it's just gonna give me an extra benefit on race day. I'm excited for it. I'm opting to wear my Jackaroo Sonic Elite Tri-Kit under the swim skin because I like the advantage that it'll give by giving me a little bit more coverage on the arms, because skin is slower in the water, and any coverage, anything to kind of reduce that drag, again, will give me a little bit of benefit in the water. So I'm all about those marginal gains. Every advantage I can gain to help my team, I'm looking to get, and hopefully it'll all come together when I get in the water on race day. My goggle of choice is the Sailfish Flow Gold Tint. I love mirrored goggles, and I think these goggles are comfortable. They've proven themselves in performance. I've raced 4 races already in the Sailfish Flow, and they've performed quite well. I like the gold tint because it's not the darkest tint there is, but it's also not a clear lens or not tinted at all, which is beneficial to me because there will probably be some type of sun, some type of glare. I think there's a portion that will be swimming toward the sunrise. So I like having a mirrored goggle option that kind of helps cut into that glare. It gives me a better visibility when sighting and finding the buoys along the course. For me, when it comes to my race day gear checklist, I've got my Sailfish Rebel Pro Plus One swim skin. I've got my Jackaroo Sonic Elite Tri-Kit, and I've got my Sailfish Flow goggles. 1, 2, 3, that's all I need to get in the water, go, and Caitlin will be waiting for me with all her gear and 56 miles ahead.
The amount of gear that I have to deal with is probably more than the swimmer and runner combined. So the big obvious piece of equipment would be the bike. My bike is a 2020 Felt IA Advanced Di2 disc time trial bike. My cockpit has tri-rig closed back scoops for ultimate comfort in aero. My options for wheel sets are a Reynolds AR58 in the front and a Reynolds AR62 in the back. Depending on wind conditions, I might ride the Premier disc in the back. The next obvious thing you will need is a helmet. I'm very fortunate to have a very aero helmet. It is the Giro Arrowhead MIPS helmet. It might look a little spacecrafty, and honestly, it kind of sounds one too. It kind of sounds like a bucket on your head, but the results show that it is a very aero helmet, and that's what I'm going with. My cycling shoes are the Mavic Cosmic SL triathlon shoes. So I will admit, my cycling shoes, I don't know what the optimization is on them, but they match TSD colors to a dime, and sometimes it's about how you look, makes you feel fast. Another aspect to looking good and racing fast is my custom Jackaroo Sonic Elite kit. Not only does it look good, but it's also tested to be one of the quicker ones out there. It fits like a glove, and that wind is just gonna right by me. Going a little bit more in depth about Jackaroo, we have been wearing their kit and apparel since 2018, and we could not be happier. Every piece that we have owned has provided comfort, durability, and performance. The number one reason we started with Jackaroo was the fact that we didn't have to have 20 kits to get an order of custom. We only needed one kit to get a custom order, and that only took 2 weeks to get here. Unlike some of the other brands where you have to have a minimum of at least 10 and you might be waiting on that for almost 3 months for a custom kit, that is not the case with Jackaroo. That's the first reason we fell in love with Jackaroo, but what's continued our love with Jackaroo is the comfort and the durability and the performance that it provides us. I kid you not, some of the pieces that we bought back in 2018, they were bike shorts, and the chamois still feels just like it did on day one, and the stitching is still just as it was. Quality product. The customer service for Jackaroo is top notch also. They are very attentive to our needs and very responsive to anything that we may ask for. They make us look good and feel good on race day. If you've seen us racing before, you've probably noticed one thing right off the bat. We're bright and very visible. And that's intentional. We wanted our kit to show our personality and also to show that we're the most fun team in triathlon. I've got big goals for this race, and the one way I'm going to monitor and track my power, the time I've been on the bike, the speed, the grade of the road, how many miles I've gone, I can track all of this on my Garmin Edge 530, and that will be planted right in front of my hydration system. Another metric I'll be tracking is my heart rate. I've been putting in a lot of training this block, and I've seen the numbers and I've studied the numbers, and I know how my power and my heart rate kind of correlate, and I know exactly where I'm going to need to be. We use a heart rate monitor brand called Cuspo, and we found that it's been very accurate for us. For about the last 5 years, I've been using this same nutrition setup, and I have found that that works good for me. I will have custom Infinite Nutrition in my X-Lab torpedo bottle. With that torpedo bottle, I will have either between 2.5 hour mix of Infinite in the 26-ounce torpedo bottle. That will be in between my arms. On my down tube of my bike, I will have just a generic sports bottle full of water. So that's the gear I need for biking. But since I'm not swimming, I won't have that warm up prior to the bike. So I will need to get in some type of warm up before I start my leg. I'm bringing a pair of running shoes so that I can get in a short run warm up before I get on the bike. Being the cyclist, yes, there is a lot of gear that you have to go through, but it's a good practice to go through this checklist now so that I know I have everything on race day.
When you're the runner on the relay team, packing, really easy. Watch me pack like an expert in real time. Hat, socks, shorts, breathable Jackaroo shirt, carbon plated shoes. Done. Enjoy packing your bike, Caitlin.